mobile website?
Yeah, I'm on it. I don't know what I'm on it. Fuck knows.
Let me see. Uh,
Is,
so
is it tweeted out? Is it tweeted out? That would help.
no, it isn't tweeted. It's only tweeted every once in a while. Go to Inside Line Racing page, and then click on the website link, and then let's see.
Yeah.
You click on the website link, blah blah blah, and then you hit that little tab thing in the corner, the drop down menu,
Mhm.
and then hit
Yeah.
ILR1 or ILR2. Sorry, ILR2.
And then what? Racing stats? Or just
Uh,
straight into IL?
just rate. It should say like ILR2 drivers and constructor standings.
Ah, there we go.
There you go. All right, we're live.
We are live, are we? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
welcome along everyone to round 7 of the IRL2 World Championship race here from the legendary Spa-Francorchamps circuit. Alongside me today, I've got Jamie Mubata. Jamie, how
What's up,
happy are you
guys?
to be here today?
Mate, I am stoked. This is my top 3 favorite tracks of all time. I'm loving Spa. I love the track, and I love the absolute skill it takes to, I don't know, wrestle the car around the is it Ardennes Forest? Ardennes Forest, right?
Yes, of course, they are Ben Forest. Yeah, you've only flown in this morning, Jamie. We'll forgive you. But yes, it's the Ardennes Forest, Jamie. And yes, we are in for a cracking qualifying session here. The drivers flying up through Eau Rouge and then breaking their necks through the long Pouhon corners and the legendary Blanchimont before heading down into that tight, twisty bus stop section. So whereabouts is your favourite part of the racetrack, Jamie? What do you enjoy about Spa the most? It's one of your top 3. Where do you enjoy the most?
I gotta say, I have to say my favorite corner in the entire track has to be Rouge, because of the amount of skill, it takes. I mean, mate, one mistake, one wheel in the grass, and your race is done just like that. I think it's easily the hardest corner in Formula One. If you ask me, it's the hardest corner.
Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. I have to say, especially when the rain comes down around here. Any little bit of wheel on the grass at the top of Eau Rouge and you find yourself in the barrier. But it is Saturday and it is dry at the moment for qualifying. No sign of rain in this session. Tomorrow's race also showing similar conditions. Overcast but dry, crucially, tomorrow and today. So that will open up some interesting strategies then. But before we go any further and delve further into this weekend, let's have a look at the championship standings going into this. It's Vettel for number 1 on 112 points, Daniel Tizolt on 75, Skeven on 59 points, Chris Johnson also on 59 points in 4th. It's me is on 46 and Lickle Blocks just behind them on 44. In 7th position, SC Burnley on 38. Official Tomo on 29 and Zalan on 28. Is that right? 112 points after 7 rounds?
Yeah, mate, he's been putting in an absolute masterclass. I think it's also down to Tizoc. I don't know if he missed a race or he got very unlucky, but he did seem like he was the next person who was quick enough to challenge Michelangelo. But now he's well ahead. I think he's like 112 points or something.
Just to be clear, Vettel Forever 1 on these driver standings is indeed Michelangelo. I'm pretty new to this. I've not been doing it much, so I'm still trying to figure out who's who on these standings. But yes, Vettel Forever 1, just to be clear for those watching, is indeed Michelangelo, the Greek driver in the Ferrari, who has been bossing it, as you've been telling us, Jamie, in recent weeks. He seems to be getting the strategy spot on. But am I right in saying Stevens looked pretty quick as well lately?
The thing about him is he's a bit on and off. He has his good days and he has his bad days. Obviously, Bahrain was amazing. That was a good race for him. But after watching him in Italy, he looked like he had the pace. He just didn't have the consistency. I mean, he had a couple of bumps and grinds here and there. But I think it's just been a very unlucky season for him. Obviously, it's something he's gonna have to look into. Probably, it's kind of a done deal for this season. I don't really think he can come back. But maybe a couple wins here and there will probably spike up his motivation for next season. But
yeah, and give him that confidence boost he needs to kick on and push on and maybe lift the crown next season. But obviously we don't know what these leagues these drivers will be in next season. At the moment, IRL 1 and 2, ILR 1 and 2, these leagues are not actually done on ability, just to be clear to the viewers back home. They are purely the first season, the debut season, and they've just been drafted into 1 and 2, no ability, just pure random. And next season we will go on to ability and it will separate the men from the boys. And obviously Jamie being one of the boys, he'll be in ILR 2. Isn't that right, Jamie?
We'll see. Well, Jack and I are planning on bringing a Red Bull PU upgrade to ILR1 Spa, so hopefully that'll aid in our straight line speed That's something we've
Okay.
been really struggling with this season, but hopefully we're aiming for at least both of us inside the top 5.
Okay. Well, that's some good advertisement for later on. We will have live commentary of ILR1 later on as well. Unfortunately, me and Jimmy will not be commentating. We will be in the cars enjoying ourselves, sweating it out on the circuit. But yeah, that's for later on. But at the moment, let's have a look at who's going around the circuit, who's putting in the early lap times. It's Skeeven on top. He's done a 1:46.1 to open the session on the soft tyre. Second place, it's Forcex on a 1:46.4, 2/10 away. Maxi T in third on a 1:46.5, and Zalin is fourth, a 1:46.6. 3 of those on the soft tyre, and it's the Scotsman who is on the super softs. Force, I cannot say his name by the way.
I know, I just say 4 sticks.
4 sticks, Jesus Christ. There you go, on the super soft tyres in second position. It's me though, he is fifth on the softs. A lot of drivers here going for the soft tyre, Jamie. Do you think that's the strategy we'll be seeing in the race?
Yes, so one stop is doable. You see, the thing is though, is that Spa doesn't have a very long, what do you call it, pit delta time. So, if you have a decent amount of pace in the car and your setup is good on the tires, I think the one stop is something that the Renault boys of Skivan and most of the soft runners inside the top 10 will be doing.
Okay, but don't you think though, if it's a small pit lane, I mean that means there's a good chance you could do a 2 though and get away with it. Small pit lane time, then surely that means that there's, but I mean obviously that you consider degradation as well. If the tyres aren't degrading that bad, then maybe it's okay to do the 1. But yeah, it's a fine balance. It's going to be interesting to see.
You need to also you need to remember too is that you have to overtake cars in a 2 stop. With the 1 stop, you're only going to battle a car maybe once the entire race. But you got to remember that these 2 stopping guys have to be very quick and really efficient in clearing traffic.
Okay, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see what goes on then and what people decide to do. I for one, I've got no idea what to expect, and it's going to be very interesting. I love a good 1 stop. We know that from China a few races ago, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the drivers have had to put up with some really hard tracks on tyres lately. They've had China in recent weeks, and they've had Bahrain as well. Not the best tracks on tyres. Okay, they've had the fair share in Monza as well. That was not so bad in tyres. So this is going to be quite similar, isn't it, Jimmy? It's a similar track, high speed and a lot more corners, but still similar setup, low drag.
It's all about, I don't know, this track does require a good balance of the car. Most people think, you can just set up for a straight line speed here, but you also need the grip to get around the corners, because I know what a lot of drivers do is they put too little aero on the car, and the car slides in the corners, and that's something that's not going to benefit the tires at all, of course. So obviously, I say the only overtaking we're going to be seeing is on the main straight. It's definitely, on the up the run up Eau Rouge and down to what's that corner called? La Source?
Oh yeah, yes. No. First corner, yes, La Source. And then at the end of the long straight after the Eau Rouge, you're talking about Lacombe.
That's
let's have a look out at the track. Who we got out there pushing at the moment? Obviously, Skeeven still sitting at the top of this timings at the moment. We've got DNHO out there, currently 9th. He's yet to set a representative time, I believe. No, he has. He's done a 1:48.9. Hardly representative. He's 2.7 away at the moment, but he is now on the soft tyre. His first run was on the super soft, so maybe he did a half-hearted effort on the super softs and thought, maybe not. Maybe that's not the tyre. I'm seeing the likes of Skeeven and the front runners, Michelangelo maybe going for the soft tyre. Well, actually, Michelangelo's went for the super, but again, he's not really done much of a quick time. Are these guys just maybe putting a few laps on the supers just to get in the rhythm and then stick a set of softs on and go for the laps? Quite possibly.
It definitely looks like it, because I'm looking at some of these drivers on the super softs here, and I know Parkway Drive isn't as slow as he's showing, because he's done a 1:49.6 on the super softs, so he's definitely going to come in for a set of softs. And I'm just puzzled as to why Skeeven has done a 46.1 on the softs, but he's doing a lot on the super softs.
Okay, so maybe we'll have to wait and see. This is going to be a lot today, but it certainly seems when you see the likes of Michelangelo, Parkway Drive down there on super softs at the bottom of the timesheets, that they've just put a sighter in on those, and they're calling everyone's bluff and firing on the softs at the end of the session. That's what it certainly seems like. But we'll find out. But Skeeven now, as you say, has gone out onto the super soft tyre. He's on an out lap. But let's find on board with CJ, who's currently running 4th in the standings. It's quite a good result for him, isn't it? At the moment, and he's on those super soft tyres, and he's coming towards the end of a lap, Jimmy. Where is he now? He's currently 12th. Where is this going to put him?
Heavy braking into bus stop. Oh, and
he's coming
pits.
in.
It's coming in. It's coming in.
Oh, what an anticlimax that is. Oh, thanks for that. Okay, we'll move on and find someone else out there. We've got DNA Joe on a lap in that Sauber on the soft tyre as well. 30.9 through the first sector. That is a full second down on what Stevens done in the first sector, and it's just purely straights. So maybe there's a lot of wing on that Sauber. He's done a 49.1 through the middle sector, so that is not quick either. So is he just bringing them into the zone, because this is not quick at all here?
I think his arrow can't handle the corners. I think that Sauber is struggling for grip.
Yeah, I don't think it's got the greatest power unit in the back of it either, as we look for excuses for DNA Joe then as he comes through the final few corners to end what is far from a blistering lap. He comes up to the line then with 6.5 minutes to go in the session, and it's a 1:49.8, far from setting the time screens alight, and he obviously remains in ninth place. It is still Skeven though on top by 2.5 tenths to Forsyth and Maxi T in third. Zalin, the Hungarian, sits fourth. It's me in fifth, and the Austrian Tau in sixth. I have to say, you know, it's almost as if this session, it's been a bit of a test session so far. We're waiting to see the real lap times come out here. It's all just bubbling up then, and we're just waiting for the moment to happen. But let's go on board with Skeven, because he is currently the pole man, and he's now set. He's now fired those super softs on, and he's going for a lap then. Here we go, on board, climbing up the hill through Eau Rouge now. Don't go in the grass or you'll have a mighty accident, as the Renault driver Kevin Magnussen found out last year. But Skeven is a better driver than that, because he's negotiated Eau Rouge with no problem at all. He climbs the hill then, up to the Corne now, and hits the brakes. Oh, 29.9 through the first sector. Through Le Corne now and into Malmedy. And now heading down towards one of the trickiest corners on the calendar, Rivage. Now I have to say, it's so easy to understeer into this, outbrake yourself and put yourself wide, but Skeven seems to have that car hooked up beautifully into No Name now, and then sweeping down the hill towards the neck-killing corner that is Puhon. How's the car sticking to the road? Listen to that, almost flat. The car is beautiful through there. Looking good, Jamie, isn't it?
That's actually a very good lap, I'll give him that.
He's on the rails at the moment as he now goes through. Yeah, look at that through the middle sector now, and look at that. This is where they really test the aerodynamic ability of his car. So 29.9 through the first sector. What's he going to do to the second sector? 47.7 last time through there. It's a 47.1 this time through there.
Oh my!
He's a full 6/10 quicker this time round, albeit though on the super soft tyre. So we're now going to start to see some representative lap times then. It's been a bit of a quiet session up till now from all the drivers, but Skeven is going to be the first man to come out and show us what he's capable of. The Irishman then hits the brakes for the bus stop, finds the apex, and here he goes then, squirting the rear out of the final corner, up towards the line. What's it going to be? Up to the line, it's a 45.3, smashing the initial time. And he's a second clear of Forsyth in second place. Wow. There's our first real time of the afternoon.
No, I'll give him that. That's a rapid time.
And let's go straight to Forsyth, who is now out there, and Skeven has had enough. He's retired, he's going to the pits. That is him for the session. So let's go on board with Forsyth. What can he do for the first sector? It's a 30.0. He's a 10th down then on the current poleman Skeven through that first sector. What can he do in the middle part of the lap where that Renault seemed like it was on rails, Jamie, didn't it?
I'd say compared to Skeven's lap, the car is understeering a bit through what's that corner, Rivage, and through No Name corner coming around now. As far as looking solid, it's all down to what he can do in sector 2 though. I'm really still puzzled as to why Skeven felt the need to improve and get onto the super softs, because he was pole. But let's see what the Ferrari does now. I hate this section of the track here. Very understeering.
Yeah, it's tough. It does sort them out from the boys. It does. In the middle sector then, 47.1 for Skeven. What's this going to be? It's only a 47.6. He's half a second away from the rapid Renault that is Skeven. Look at this. Forsyth then, he's coming to the end of the lap. The Flying Scotsman, he's not flying at the moment. He's half a second down then as he comes round Blanchimont now and heads towards the bus stop. It's going to be an improvement, but it's not going to be enough, surely, to get anywhere near the Flying Skeven out front. Out of the final corner he comes then towards the line. It's a 45.3 to beat. What is it? It's a 46.1. He's nowhere near him. Almost 8 tenths away from the pole. Wow, Skeven is looking pretty quick here. He's looking as if he's unbeatable. Who else we got out there on a lap? We've got Maxi T on an out lap then on those super softs, getting ready to wind one up. He's currently third. Who else we got out there? It's Me's on a lap then. It was only a 30.3 through the first sector. The Sauber driver then hanging it out through Pujon and heading down the hill towards the high-speed chicane, the Fania chicane there, and then he comes. And that's Sauber. Looks not too bad, a little bit of oversteer in the middle part of the corner there. You don't want that. It's not often you see that.
Who's that?
And he heads now into Stavolo. It's me we're on board with.
Ooh, that oversteer coming through Stavolo.
Yeah, look at that, 47.6 though. It's not quick enough though, is it really? It's going to be third quickest, I think, when he completes this lap. If he's lucky, that is. Oh, shit. Jamie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My mic's cutting out.
No, you're
my
good.
Mic's cutting out.
That sounds perfect. Yep. Lyle Blade's on a lap, and he's a debutant. Let's see what he's done here. He's down in 16th. I don't think he set a representative time yet. Where is that gonna put him? Oh, he's at a 29.9 on the softs in sector 1.
Who's that?
Lyle Blade. He's down in 16th, but he's at a 29.9 on the softs.
Let's see if we can find him then. Let's get on board with him. I'm not on board with him at the moment. There he is, Lyle Blade in that Red Bull. That is quick in the first sector on the softs.
That is rapid.
Stephen might be watching a little bit concerned here, because this is pretty solid stuff through the first sector. Obviously, you'd expect him to lose time through the middle part. Out of interest, George has gone up into second, the Spaniard, a 46.1, still nowhere near Skeevan, just ahead of the Scotsman 4.6. And what can Leo Blake do through that middle sector? It's a 47.7, it's pretty solid on the soft tyre, it has to be said. And he's got a chance here of popping this in towards maybe third place if he's lucky. Certainly into the top 4, you would think.
Oh, definitely the top 4.
Here he comes in, as we get towards the end of the session, a Red Bull driver hanging it out through Blanchimon and heading down towards the bus stop. Is he the last of the late breakers? He's pretty late, misses the apex. It gets it turned in for the second part of the bus stop. Now, gunning for the line, what's it going to be? It's a 46
Second.
flat, and he goes P2.
Wow.
That will do. That will
what
do.
a lap.
And that will raise some eyebrows down at Renault. We do have a race on our hands here. Well, there you go.
Renault versus Red Bull, come on.
And Michelangelo, he's currently 10th. He's coming out of the final corner as well, and he's on a decent lap. This will be enough to the front 2 rows. No, it's not. He's lost a lot of time in the final sector. He's only 6th. And actually, look how close it is. He lost 3 tenths, 2 tenths roughly, to the most of the drivers on the soft tyre at the end of that sector there, and ended up 6th. He could quite easily have ended up 2nd or 3rd, but in the end, he's ended up 6th. Not good for the championship leader. Not good at all.
Well, here's what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna dip out and rejoin.
Okay.
So hold on, I'll quit out.
Now, and it would certainly appear that way. I think Johnny's out there on a lap. Is he going to complete this? Sorry, Jimmy.
So I'm just gonna say, just to let you know, Jack's still in the session, so you can leave and rejoin and catch the race start with me.
So I should leave now. Okay, my controller is really causing me problems here. I'm gonna have to go to the wheel, I think. So that means there might be an echo, which is frustrating. Ah, this is so annoying. Right, I'll be back in a minute.
Alright, you're good.
There's going to be an echo, Jamie, I'm afraid.
Did you leave the session yet?
Jamie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect.
There's going to be a bit of can you hear an echo now? Is that correct? You probably will be able to hear an echo now.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'll try and kill it a bit.
Yeah, you can do it. Did you leave and rejoin?
No, I'm joining back now.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell's up with this.
Yeah, you're good, man. No, I mean your mic was fine before.
It's not fine now though. It's cause my controller's broken or something like that. Can I join back now? Is it
Yeah, yeah.
If I join back now, I'll be on the formation lap. If you know what I mean.
No, join now, but don't hit spectate until it lights up again, because it'll have to relight up. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay. So I've joined. I'm in the lobby, but do not join anymore. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, right.
So,
I've got you.
yeah, so like, see how it like blacks out, and then hit spectate when it lights up again.
Yeah, I've got you.
Man,
well, that was an interesting session, wasn't it? It all kicked off at the end, didn't it?
Here I was thinking Skivan was going to just bolt away, but maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. It's not a certainty now after those times that we've seen coming in at the end of the session with the guys on soft tyres, and maybe, just maybe, there's a fight to be had here. And Skivan is not. Well, he might disappear, you know, in the first stint, but they could all come back to him, especially if the chances of a safety car.
Oh yeah, and especially if his tires hit a cliff within what 4 laps. All right, we can spectate now. Let's get it in there, boys.
Okay, let's drop in back to Belgium. Chaos, but I believe we're in for a dry afternoon here in Belgium, and can Skivan win again for Renault? He's looked ominous, he's looked quick, he's on pole, but there is drivers on the slower tyre with some solid pace nearby. So Jamie, let's just run through the grid then as we sit on the grid getting ready for the formation lap, waiting for Charlie Whiting to send them on their way. And we've got a yellow flag out there. I'm not used to this, I don't really know. There we go, the formation lap is about to begin, and Charlie Whiting sends them on their way. And it's Skivan then, who is on the pole position, and he's on the super soft tyres, as we've already discussed, Jamie. He's looking very quick, very handy. What will his race pace be like? But he will be under threat though, despite his massive pole margin, by drivers on soft tyres behind. It's Leo Blade in second on the softs, looked very quick at the end of the session. Came out of nowhere really, Jamie, didn't he? He was well off the pace, 16th in the order, and then just popped up into second.
I think, actually, when I was looking at it, that was his only lap of the entire qualifying session. And that put him second on the softs.
Well, that's quite impressive. You know, we've seen a lot of drivers go out on the super softs and just do like a half-hearted effort, didn't we, at the start of the session, waiting for them to put the softs on. But that man, he was full of confidence, Leo Blade, and he's just popped one in then with one lap, and it's a beauty. He pops it into second place. So third position is George, the Spaniard. He is on the super soft, so we would expect him to drop off then as the race goes on. Certainly in the second stint when he goes on to the harder tyre, the soft tyre we would presume, with Leo Blade of course on the softs in front of him. But in third position, also on the super softs, is Forstex, so we can expect a battle between those two for the points. Absolutely, they're both on the same strategy, similar pace. Then it's CJ behind them on the soft tyre as well, so both Red Bulls going soft, Jamie. Quite interesting.
Very good, very interesting strategy. It's obviously, I think I can see that playing to their hands. Those two, the Red Bulls, are very, very good at strategy, and I can see Christian Horner pulling in a masterclass from the pit wall.
It's always a masterclass, It's never anything else. It's either a masterclass or it's a disaster class. So we'll wait and find out what we're filing this Red Bull strategy under as the race progresses. But Frisky GG is sixth. Michelangelo is fifth. Michelangelo is sixth. He's on the soft tyre. We did say he ruined his final sector on his lap, 2 or 3 tenths away from his rivals at the end of the lap, and that cost him a few places on the grid, and he has to fight from sixth. Seventh position is Maxi T, who's also on softs, and in 8th position is Alan, also on the soft tyre. Johnny has already been reset to the grid, is 9th on his super softs. It's me 10th on the softs. Tao 11th in the Mercedes on softs. 12th position DNA Joe. Of course, they two are the first drivers on the grid with fresh tyres. DNA Joe is 12th on softs. Interestingly, Jamie, partly drive on a medium tyre.
Definitely one stopping. Definitely one stopping. Medium soft, easy medium soft for him.
Well, that's also what Wizard Fatty is doing in 14th. And that is that. We've got Baza on the soft tyre in 16th, and Jack Gooding on softs in 17th. Jamie 18th, of course, with all the commentators on the soft tyre. So let's get ready then for the Belgian Grand Prix. The 5 lights are going on now, and when they go out, we will be racing in Belgium. And it's lights out, and away they go, and away goes Skeeven off the grid well as they rattle down towards the first corner. Are they all going to keep their noses clean? It's Skeeven who leads the way. The Red Bull tries to hold it round the outside. We've got a spin. One of the Mercedes there, tucked tight, hugging the barrier on the inside. It's La Source as they all climb up the hill now. Skeeven leading the way then. Second is Leo Blade, and third is George as they all climb now. Maxi T is out of the race. Jamie, did you see that? What happened?
I think it may have been an accident just before a Rouge, but the force seat is obliterated, and it's a safety car. It's a safety car.
The safety car deployed already on the opening lap of the Belgian Grand Prix. What an incredible start that is then. And straight away, the strategy is thrown out the window. What are we going to see now then? Interesting.
Skivan's, I think the super soft runners are going to have to pit. They're going to have to pit, or they're going to have to stay out and get their super softs as far as they can and get a set of the mediums on. The issue is that second place Leo Blade doesn't have to pit. His race, the two Red Bulls races have automatically become one stops because they can easily get their softs to about lap 12 at this point with a safety car out. So I think the soft runners have been helped out a lot here, but I also think the super soft runners have been bailed out and given a chance. But I really think this is actually Leo Blade's race to win now.
What do you think? Do you think that Skeeven's been given half a sniff of trying to go into mediums and making it work? Is that what you're trying to say? Half a chance? Or is that not really possible? Do you think it's really just favoured the soft runners then to go straight onto the one stop and have no problems at all?
Yeah, because the soft runners, they don't have to do anything different. They can just stay out underneath the safety car. The super soft runners can pit for the mediums, but I don't know. You're really going to get 15 laps. I'd say 16 laps out of the mediums. I don't think that's possible.
Well,
I don't think Pearly says that's possible.
But they're coming around now, Jamie, and will any of these guys dive into the pits? It seems like you want to sacrifice track position this soon, but we'll find out. But Skeeven comes around the final corner, and he is coming in. There you go. You called it, Jamie, and they come.
Yep.
Skeeven into the pit lane. Well, tell you what, do you want a job on the Renault strategy pit wall? Because I think you know what you're talking about. Look at this. Unbelievable.
Yep. He had to come in. He had to come in.
So what would you expect to see going on here then, Jamie? Mediums?
I was going to say softs, but they're going with mediums. I think then the runner wants to end the race on the softs. They don't want to end the race on the harder tire. And I don't know. I've been looking at the cloud cover, so I'm thinking the track temperature is not going to be the greatest. I think he's going to want to end the race on the soft tires, so there's some sort of heat in the tires to get to the end, have some sort of pace. I think he just wants to get the mediums out of the way. But I'm not surprised all the super soft runners. Let's see what else. Where is the Spaniard? Let's see where he came out, because I know he was also he was top 3 on. Oh, he hasn't pitted. Yeah, the Spaniard in second hasn't pitted.
No, he didn't come in. George stayed out there. He's went different from Skeeven. We'll see how that works for him. But I have to say now, surely Skeeven will run these mediums long, look after them during this safety car period, and then try and fire a set of super softs on at the finish. Surely that's what he's got to do now. Surely.
I think, yeah.
I think asking too much.
Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be. It depends. He could do super soft. That could work too. That's the safest route, just to avoid the mediums altogether.
Well, this is, as you say, played right into the hands of the Red Bull drivers. Leo Blade now has the lead of the race. He has to control the pace now behind that safety car, and he can now control his stint on those soft tires. Because let's be honest, the George behind him, who is in the sister car, the Toro Rosso, and is on the super soft tires, doesn't seem to have the pace of Leo Blade. Otherwise he'd have been in front of him on the grid, even though he's on the quicker tyre. So there's a chance here that Red Bull can get away here with Leo Blade and disappear off into the distance.
Yeah,
very good opportunity here.
I really think that Toro Rosso is going to be that barrier between anyone who can catch him and Leo Blade. I think Leo Blade's set to win this race. I don't know, because if you look at the top 6 minus George, they're all set for one stops, so they don't have to worry about any other strategy. I think the people who have to worry the most will probably be like the likes of Skeeven, because Skeeven has to make another stop, and he actually is the Sticks and Johnny R95 and Baza are the only 4 drivers to pit for the medium tires. The only 4 drivers to pit at all. That's going to be interesting. But I think even Wizard Fatty in 8th place is on the medium tires. He can easily take the soft to the end. I think everyone on the top 8 but second place is one stopping.
Okay, we'll see how it goes then. So let's just give you everybody a rundown then of what's going on then after that first lap smash into the barrier, which I didn't catch. I don't know if anybody caught it on the run up to Rouge. I believe Maxi T and the Sahara Force India, we believe, piled it into the barrier. Not seen on the camera, but that has brought out the safety car. And it's now Leo Blade leading this race on those soft tyres. After the safety car came out, he did not pit. George on the super softs. His rivals who started on those super softs did come in and fitted a set of medium tyres. He's the only one to brave it out. He's second at the moment. CJ in the other Red Bull is third. Similar strategy to his teammate who's out front on the soft tyre. DNA Joe fourth, also on the softs. It's me, Michelangelo and Zalin completing the top 7, all doing the same thing. Then it's Wizard Fatty who's won a watch really. He started on mediums and he's still on the mediums. Started 14th, he's now 8th. He's overtaken quite a few drivers who have now fitted the mediums, including your pole man, Skeven, who sits right behind him in 9th. Partly Drive, he's also won a watch, Jamie. He's in 10th place on those medium tyres. Tau is in 11th place, and then we've got the commentators, 4-6 in 14th place, and Baza and Johnny rounding out the fields.
I just realized that Parkway Drive's strategy has gone completely out the window, because he did start the race in the mediums, and I think he was anticipating drivers making a 2-stop in front of him, because now he's legitimately in 10th place on pit stops. So that backfired pretty badly for the McLaren there. He's going to legitimately have to overtake 10 drivers.
Okay.
And I'm getting reports that Maxi T had contact with CJ going up the hill at Eau Rouge. So it was a crash at Eau Rouge.
It was indeed a crash at Eau Rouge. But let's hope that Maxi T is all right then. And he's got out of the car with no problems whatsoever. A lot of concern down at Force India. And Jamie, you've got good ties with Force India around this track, don't you?
I think it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago I took pole in TGP1 in the Force India. The race didn't go so well, but hey, the pole is all that mattered to me.
Of course, and that of course brought home some iconic commentary moment.
Yes.
But let's stay away from that at the moment and focus on this race. The curry is well and truly back in the freezer after that smash down at Force India. There is no way that's coming out for celebrations tonight with that car well and truly destroyed in the barrier, and it's a disaster for Maxi T. So we continue under safety car conditions at the moment.
The lights are still on.
Leo Blade out front.
Safety car's lights are still on, so we'll be doing another lap behind the Mercedes.
And all the while, that helps those guys in the soft tyres, doesn't it? It lets them stretch that stint out longer.
Oh, yes.
It really does help them.
It's always better to be safe with sorry. They have to pick up all that debris at Eau Rouge and still lift up the mangled Force India. Really is a shame for the Force India boys. They haven't. Force India have been, or they always look very promising, but there's always the last 3 weeks. There's always something that's happened to them in the race that just it's been a disaster. They're just faded. They're just faded. They just fade out in the race. Something happens, pissed up, some drive-through penalty or something that just screws them over. Hopefully they're going to be looking to turn that luck around probably on our next outing. I believe the next outing is in Canada. But hopefully VJ and the boys are looking to turn that one around.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Jamie, they certainly didn't fade today. They exploded out of the race today with a smash like that. So, you know, at least they're changing it up a little bit. But I have to ask you this, Jamie, about George in second place on those super softs as my mic decides to tumble off its stand. And there we go, back into position. Yeah, as I was saying, George in second place on those super softs. Do you expect him in the next few laps as we get going again to just tumble down the order and fall away with these tyres?
Yes. After, I would say, lap 7. I would say 3 laps of optimal performance, and then that is it. Then he's going to start falling back. I think CJ will have, mark my words, CJ will have the run-up of Rouge when the safety car comes in.
Well, I'll tell you what, the boys down at Red Bull wouldn't mind that. You know, they've got 1 and 3 at the moment. A 1-2 would suit them to a T, and then they could control the race. You know, that would really help them. Like, they could let Leo Blade disappear off, or would CJ want that? You know, the two of them just controlling the race at the front, while Skeven decides to battle his way back up through the field. We're in for some interesting racing then, as the clouds continue to gather. I tell you that, they look
I guess it looks quite dark.
Yeah, no sign of rain at the moment, but it is Spa in Belgium. You never know what's coming around the corner, around the Ardennes forest. But I think the safety car lights are due to go out, and we might get back racing in a few moments' time. We're about to go through that middle sector and into the final sector, and that will tell us if the safety car is coming in. Come on, Charlie, get them racing. Get
Yeah,
that force
get
on
that
the back
safety
of
car
a
in the
flatbed
face.
and let's get going, man. Come on.
Oh, I got George lagging us a tad bit. I hope that'll go away. Oh, I think the safety car's coming in because Liablade has dropped off the safety car.
Yep, it certainly appears so. So we're going to get going again, folks. All of you patiently watching around the world back home, we're about to get going again. We've had 4 laps under the safety car after a mammoth shunt for one of the Force India drivers. Thankfully the driver is A-OK, and we are about to get going again. And Leo Blade then controls the pace. He's the pace setter, and they cannot overtake until they cross that safety car line. And George there, he was actually sliding quite a lot there and nearly lost it. Incredible. We get going again, and CJ's been swarmed by the Saubers. Look at that. As we get going again, Leo Blade then lights up the rears and gets us going then. The race resumes back to racing speed. Green flag as they cross the line, and it is Leo Blade leading from George, then Frisky CJ and the Saubers dueling with Michelangelo into turn 1. And George again getting the rear, stepping out there, and it's me and Michelangelo. Look at that, making a move on DNHO, who's dropped 2 places already. He was 4th a moment ago, he's down to 6th. And now Michelangelo splits the 2 Ferraris as they climb the hill. Meanwhile, just in front of CJ, you've called it, look at that, he's going through. CJ taking 2nd, well, and look at another smash.
Oh, Baz is out of the race. I did say mark my words.
The 2 servers are going side by side, 3 wide nearly, look at that. It's me and the 2 servers dueling with Michelangelo, and it's incredible. What a start.
Michelangelo jumping both Saubers. Wow.
Yeah,
what a start.
What a start with the championship leader straight through on the 2 servers, left them standing still. Peter Sauber is not pleased. Give him a cigar, that might lighten his mood. It's Leo Blade that leads though, from CJ in 2nd. The Red Bulls have got the jump on George, who runs in 3rd, and then it's Michelangelo with that blistering start in 4th. Jamie, what a start that is.
I did say, mark my words, CJ would have the Toro Rosso up on the run to Rouge. He is lagging a tad bit. Let's see what's going on there. Hopefully that won't be too much of an issue for the drivers.
Feast your eyes on Michelangelo and George. Michelangelo is all over him. George already, never mind lap 7, Jamie. He's struggling already. He's coming over onto the grass.
He's in the grass.
Through the 2nd part of Stavolo. Has he got a puncture or something? He's dropping like a stone. Look at that. He might have a puncture, you know. Look at them all. Swarming all over him. Look at that for a battle. And he goes through Portugal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars.
Stevens well off the track.
Look how close that is. Zalin climbs up the fence.
George has spun it.
Russell slams into the back of his teammate. And Franz is going absolutely crazy.
He's in Parkway Drive.
I mean, there's a McLaren facing the wrong way as well down there. Absolute mayhem.
Parkway Drive must be fuming. The Toro Rosso, I think, lagged or came back across the track. Oh, he caught air. Oh, that's Run Dennis banging his fist on the pit wall. What happened there?
Absolute mayhem, Jimmy. And get your eyes now on DNHO and 70s under real threat as they climb the hill. Chow and Forstex all over the back of them. We've got battling everywhere you look here in Belgium. We're going to go 3 wide down the back straight, heading towards the braking zone for Lecom. Who's going to win the drag race? It looks like it's going to be the Mercedes.
The Mercedes are on the outside.
Takes 7th, and
Forstex
takes 8th, and DNHO is dropping like a stone. And here comes Johnny now. Look at this, Jamie.
Johnny on 95 down the inside. Easy as that. Sauber!
Oh my goodness.
How has he gone from 4th to 10th? What a dreadful start for the Sauber. What happened there?
I don't know, man. It's gone all wrong for him, and it's gone all wrong as well for who was it that was going all over the place? Was it the Sauber?
It was the Sauber. Where's he gone? Oh, he's in the pits.
No, I was talking about George. George has just dropped like a stone. I think George, he's pitted. I think he might have had a puncture.
He's in 14th. He's in 14th.
He might have had a puncture. He was struggling so much. It was him that caused all the cars to Constantina up through Portugal and caused absolute mayhem. And was it George that ran into the back of his teammate, or was it the other way around?
George ran into. I think he sideswept his teammate, came back across the track, and then hit Parkway Drive. Because Parkway Drive caught air.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's right, because Zalander already mugged him, and I think he must have had damage. He must have had a puncture or something, because he was out of control. He was out of control going through the 2nd part of Stavolo. Then he had 3, 4, 5 cars all over the back of him. Meanwhile,
look at the battle for 5th. That's the 4th.
Zalin. Yeah, look at that. Round the outside goes Zalin. Can he do it? It's me. Goes deep into the corner. Zalin,
he's run wide.
Here he goes. Side by side. Beautiful stuff. And look at Skeevan, Jamie. He's all over the back of It's Me, and we climb the hill then. Can It's Me respond to Zalin? These Saubers are all over the place at the moment. They're dropping Right, flies here, dropping down through the field. Cars overtaking them left, right, and centre. And it's me is being saved here by the DRS.
Johnny on 95. Oh, he's out. I think that I looked at the back. He may have crashed at a Rouge.
For goodness sake, this is absolute carnage. Absolute carnage. Let's try and regain our composure, regain our breath here from this absolutely breathless start to the race. And the battle at the moment to watch, there's battles everywhere by the way, but the battle to watch at the moment is 100% the battle for 4th place. Zalin, it's me, and Zalin's going away now from it's me, who was trying to use the DRS to defend from Skeven. He had the DRS because Zalin was in front of him. It was a bit of a DRS train, and Skeven was unable to get through, and Skeven is not making the progress as quickly as he would have liked, Jimmy, is he?
No, he hasn't. I think the only reason he's gotten that far out has been bailed by crashes. I think he's really, look at the way that rear end is all over the track. I think he's really struggling with those medium tires. They're not getting up to temperature in these track conditions at all.
Yeah, they're not, but I tell you what, it's not stopping him attacking the servers, and to be honest, nothing's stopping anyone attacking the servers at the moment. They're really struggling for any sort of grip. But I'm telling you, I'm going back to that battle, the Toro Rosso that had the suspected puncture. Do you think that's what it was, Jamie? It certainly looked that way, George.
He tried making a move on his teammate, so I could tell he still had the full speed, so he didn't have a puncher. But I think he broke too late and sideswiped his teammate and just came out of the corner facing the wrong way around.
Well, it's all gone pear-shaped for him, and it's gone all pear-shaped for the Saubers, because that's me is being attacked again, and this time he will not have DRS to help him on the way up the hill here, Jamie. He's not going to have DRS from the car in front, so you'd expect Skeven to come soaring past them. Up through Old Rouge they go. It's me then, climbing the hill, and here comes Skeven then. He's going to open up the flap on the rear wing, the DRS will open, and he will surely come soaring past. It's me. I tell you what, he's not getting as quickly as I thought.
He's actually not going as quick as I thought.
Get done late on the brakes here,
Late on the brakes, down the inside.
And I tell you what, is he going to go through? Oh, side by side, and Skeven gets it done.
What a late breaking move.
Stuff.
Oh, Skeven runs wide.
He's coming back. Skeven got in the grass. It's me up the inside, and retakes the place. Wonderful dueling once again, up and down the field. And look at that, the Mercedes are about to get involved with Tau.
Here comes the Mercedes.
He's ready to get right in amongst us, and Skeven really needs to get a move on here if he wants to win this race. He's all over the back of It's Me, who's defending for his life. That was strong defensive driving, Jamie, wasn't it?
That was brilliant. He set Skeven up to run the corner wide and flick the Sauber back down the inside of Rouge. Brilliant textbook driving there. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he locked the right front on the way into Rouge, but I tell you what, he might have a flat spot, but he won't care. He keeps the position and keeps the frustrated Irishman behind, the pole sitter, whose race has been undone by a first lap safety car, and he's struggling, he's running wide. Look at that. Nearly into the barrier there. Skeven is clearly rattled at the moment. He can't get past It's Me, and now he needs to look and switch to his mirrors, because here comes the Mercedes of Tau.
All over the back.
Into the toe, into the slipstream, and inside, outside. Where's he going? He's dying for the inside, but he cannot find a way through there, and he thinks better of it, because if he continued 10 metres later on the brakes, he'd have smashed
and
into
Wizard Fatty has retired from the session. I think he's had a crash.
Has he had a crash? Oh,
I think it may or may not have been a crash.
Yeah, it was a crash. It was. I've just seen his car sitting at Stavolo.
Oh no, disaster.
Yeah, I think he's lost their left rear tire. And Jamie, battle for the lead. The Red Bull's dueling here. CJ's going to have a look here. He switches to the outside. Cover your eyes, Adrian Newey. Cover your eyes, Christian Horner. And he goes through.
And he's taking the lead.
The DRS to its full use to take the lead in the Belgian Grand Prix. CJ swarms through on lap 9 of the 22 into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. What a race this is. Absolutely incredible.
What a race this is.
Absolutely brilliant to watch. Everywhere you look, up and down the field, and the Red Bulls have switched places. And are we going to see an in-house war between the two now?
Whoa! Sorry, I just dropped back to 5th. It's Me 123 has held his place from Skeven. Skeven went sideways through Rouge, but he managed to hold his position from Tau S78. Bloody hell, his battles all over the track.
Yeah, it is. So we've got to switch the lead at the front between the Red Bulls. I'm surprised at that. Leo Blake looked like the quicker driver. We expected him to disappear. CJ's having none of it. He's gone into the lead of the Grand Prix. Will he hold it? And I kind of want to stick with that at the moment, Jamie, because CJ's got a little bit out of shape there, coming out of the second part of Stavolo.
Mike Lando was catching up too.
And is Leo Blake going to return the favour immediately? He's closing, but maybe not close enough then as they come towards the brakes here at the bus stop. And after we go through the bus stop, we're going to go back to the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th, because it is absolutely ding-dong stuff, isn't it?
It's been ridiculous.
5th, 6th and 7th. That's me, Skeeven. And look at Tyrrell the inside again, Jamie.
Oh, he had a look. He had a look.
Nearly into the bus stop chicane, and Skeeven's struggling so much. He's getting so angry at the moment. He must be so frustrated.
His head must be gone. His head is definitely going in that car. Those mediums aren't warming up, and that's not what Skeeven wants to see.
It just doesn't seem like the race tyre, does it, Jamie?
It's not the race tyre at all.
Drive's having a nightmare. Okay, he's been involved in an incident, but Skeeven, who just can't find a way through, can he? He's really struggling at the moment.
I don't know how he's struggling. His tires, I believe, are fresher than It's Me's tires, but he just can't get those mediums to work at all.
No, he can't. It actually seems like the soft tires they want to be on. You know, the super soft just fell away. We've seen that on the Toro Rossos. We've seen it on everyone that tried to stay out. We've seen it on George that tried to stay out, and it's just fell away.
Oh,
really.
Skeeven! He's in the wall! Skeeven's
in the wall!
He lost it on the curb.
I've never seen it. What happened?
He lost it on the curb. He went through the two corners after the long straight and spun on the curb and hit the inside wall. Oh my!
Oh, for goodness sake! What through in the com section?
Yeah, he just put it in the grass and just spun it and blew up in the wall. What was that?
Oh, unbelievable!
He pushed
just
his.
As I was saying, he was getting hot-headed under that helmet. Think about how
his head was gone.
Now. He will be furious. Jamie, file that under disaster class. Thank you.
That Skeeven disaster on the mediums. I have to say it. As much as I didn't want to, it really has been an absolute disaster, and that's what's been costing him this season. His head hasn't been on his shoulders since the beginning of the season, and it's just all gone wrong.
Well, it's a shame he's out because it was thrilling stuff though to watch.
Oh,
so
back
Jamie,
to the
talk
lead.
us through it then. I never seen it. What happened then into the first part of the Lacombe?
Essentially, you go down the long straight. You turn left to right, and then left right, left, and then right. And then you go down that little straight, and he put one wheel in the gravel and just flipped it, just spun the car around, went straight in the gravel. I mean, I could tell by the way his car spun, his head was gone. He made no attempt properly to rescue the car.
Sorry to cut across you, Jamie. Go back to the fight for the lead here.
Look at this
one
here.
The two Red Bulls are dueling once again. Leo Blade is coming straight back at his teammate. He's having absolutely none of it. He's only having
straight line speed.
Two in the lead here, CJ, but he holds on. Leo Blade was far less confident on the brakes there, Jamie. He was not confident at all. CJ came storming down on the brakes and held on no problem. So yeah, Jamie, back to what you were saying there. I take it was like Alonso in 2010 on the grass in the wet conditions.
Yeah, just punched it and went just straight round. The car went straight round. There was no saving the car.
Oh dear, and that's what it's like in these cars with all the torque in them. These 2016 cars. Just a little bit too much power, and the wheels spin up, and round you go into the barrier.
And round you go.
Nothing you can do.
I'm sorry, but
Jamie,
what are Red Bull gonna do here? Michelangelo's been catching him like at a rate. Is Christian Horner gonna call in one of his Red Bulls to get a set of the mediums on, or what's gonna happen? Because he's not gonna want his two Red Bulls fighting and allowing that Ferrari to get back in the mix for the lead. So, if I was CJ, I would bolt in and get a set of mediums on.
Well, it's a strange one, Jamie. I think the first thing they need to do is stop fighting with one another, because if you keep that up, Angelo will be on them in a flash. He's already on them.
He's already on them.
Christian Horner, Adrian Newey, get speaking to those drivers.
And CJ's in.
And there you go.
CJ's in.
They've obviously had a discussion, and in comes CJ, in comes Angelo, the pair of them. Leo Blade needs to put the lap of his life together now if he wants to retake the lead of this race.
Oh wow, that's a good call from the Ferrari boys to get the Ferrari in. Can the Red Bull get him out before Mike? Oh, he's lost the lead.
Oh, he's
lost it. He's lost it. He's been held.
I tell you what, Jamie. Not only that, this undercut could work as well, Jamie, and he could even jump.
Oh, and it could even jump. Oh no!
Leo Blade really needs to put something together here, or this could fall apart for the Bulls. Michelangelo could come in and snatch this away from the pair of them here. They're not careful. And already Adrian Newey and Christian Horner have got their head in their hands. And hold on, Jamie, the fight for second is real. Tower up the inside of It's Me for second and third.
Oh, he backs out. He backs out.
Yeah, he does. Oh, this is unbelievable. Everywhere you look at the rear end on
Look at that Mercedes. It is actually ridiculous.
These drivers are on the limit. Absolutely on it.
Like I said,
to see.
There's no track temperatures. There's no track temperatures. The drivers can't get any grip on the track. It's too cloudy.
It's making for thrilling racing. This is unbelievable. So Michelangelo has cleared CJ by a mile. I tell you what, as well, Jamie, the Toro Rosso of Zalin came in, and that scuppered the plans of
that ruined the plans of CJ
as well. We had to wait for that as well. So the sister team has shot the Red Bull team in the foot there, because obviously Angelo jumped ahead of the Toro Rosso, but then CJ had to wait for both of them to come past, and as a result, he's 2 seconds behind that Michelangelo, and he came in
look at the battle for a second here. Look at the battle for a second. Chow down the inside of Blanchimont. Can he do it?
That's
side by side. Very clean racing.
Incredible.
It's me defensive walking up.
Bertie moment there, but we didn't quite see it. Into the pits,
and they're both in.
And the battle continues in the pit lane. This is what they work hard for. Leo Blades continued, by the way. This is what they worked so hard for.
Why is Leo Blade continuing?
The whole weekend, making sure they get their pit stops right. This is why they do it, to ensure that they get in front in the pit lane already. The Mercedes is coming out of his box. It's only just arrived. Can he get out in front? No, he can't. And the Mercedes of Tau jumps ahead of It's Me.
Mercedes masterclass.
Yeah, exactly, and that is why they work so hard through pre-season, so hard at in-season testing, so hard during the Thursdays, the Friday mornings when they're not working on the cars to get the pit stops right, and that has worked perfectly for Tau. The Austrian climbs up into 6th place. Wow.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to catch him. He is DRS, but he won't. He's not going to be close enough.
Yeah, he won't. So let's go back to Leo Blade then. What's he doing then, Jamie? What's his plan then? He's extended this stint out now to 13 laps. As you can
he's lost it nearly there. He nearly lost it. He nearly lost it. I say, what's he doing on the soft still? Is he trying to bolt on a set of super softs to the end?
I tell you what, Jamie, if he continues like this, he'll not be on the soft for long. He'll have no tyres left. He'll be off the car and the grandstand. Oh, this is incredible. Leo Blade continues in. Is he going to try and... He can't extend the stint and go into supers. No way can he do that.
He's going to have to. He's going to have to. I mean, he ruined the chance of not pitting for a set of mediums, because now, if he pits now, he'll be at least 5 seconds behind Michelangelo.
Yeah, and I've also just clocked something else, Jamie.
What's that?
4-6.
Oh, Leo Blade's in.
He put on lap 1 from the super softs, and he put on the mediums. He's going to be the net leader in a moment. Obviously, they all have done one stop. As Leo Blade now comes in, Jamie, he's now in the pit. We'll go back to that discussion in a minute. Leo Blade in, and it's medium tyres.
The question is, the Ferrari... it's going to be Ferrari and Ferrari battling here in a minute. I think that Ferrari's going to bolt on a set of...
take those mediums from the from the safety car period, that's lap 4 really, to the end of the race?
No, not at all. I think it's going to come in for a set of super softs. But it all depends on what Ferrari... Yeah. There's no way those mediums are going to last. Let's see where CJ is. CJ... Oh yeah, CJ's even come clear out in front of his teammate.
Yeah.
Oh, but his teammate's come out on a set of softs, I believe.
Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's
on all mediums, yep.
So Leo Blade will have the fresher tyres then, so you'd expect him to have a go at CJ. Will Red Bull tell CJ to move because Leo Blade's got the better strategy? It's Parkway Drive.
Parkway Drive is crashed.
What happened there? It's been a miserable afternoon for drivers starting on mediums, hasn't it?
It really has been. These medium tires, there's no temperature. Oh, Michelangelo's bolted.
I actually think the only man that's making them work at the moment is your race leader, 4-6. He's had them on for the whole race, basically.
I think
the first lap.
Both Ferraris are making their mediums work because Michelangelo has pulled a gap over CJ, a big gap. I'd say at least 2 seconds.
Yeah, but a lot of that came in the pits, Jamie, of course,
yeah,
because
very
of
true.
the hanging about. So it's not really, that gap flatters that Michelangelo a wee bit. It's not really that far ahead. And look at that. Oh, I thought that was the other Ferrari. It was just lapping one of my colleagues, Jamie there. I thought that was 4-6. But 4-6, he's continuing to go at the moment. He's keep going. I'm going to have a look at the race director, Jamie, see how his lap times are going at the moment. See how long he can stretch them out. He's been in the 150s. Since lap 8, Jamie, 150.4, 150.4, 150.4, 150.2, 150.3. He's getting quicker.
He's getting quicker.
Not slower.
They still have life in them.
Yeah, he's got plenty of life, Jamie. And if that's the case, surely it's a reasonable shout. He could do 7 more laps. Maybe.
I have to say, the Red Bulls are about to battle, and the Toro Rosso of Zalin has been catching them at a rate too. We could have a 3-way sister team battle.
Yeah. Well, Ferrari versus Ferrari, Red Bull versus Red Bull, and here we go. Leo Blade is all over CJ then. They're about to climb the hill. Through Eau Rouge they go. CJ just ahead of Leo Blade. CJ getting the rear, sliding a little bit there. That increases the chances of him about to being overtaken by his teammate. Leo Blade then can he return the favour from earlier in the race on his teammate? It looks like he can. He pulls alongside. He breaks a little later and he goes through.
And he's done
into
it.
third place. Lovely move from Leo Blade. He's got 2 lap fresher tyres. Can he now chase after Michelangelo for what you would feel is the race victory?
The Red Bulls really need to stop battling if they want to catch Michelangelo. They can't afford to be passing each other too much.
And I'll tell you what, Jamie, Michelangelo is catching his teammate rapidly. Will he get out of the way? That's the question.
That's
or is he going to go at the end of the race and try and fend him off?
This is actually being very interesting to see. He's still 1.7 seconds down from his teammate. I think his teammate's going to bolt on, definitely bolt on instead of super softs. It would be nice to see the Ferraris battle though. I'd love to see that.
So 4-6 leading the race then by, what is the gap now? 1.2. He's losing about half a second a sector at the moment. And Michelangelo second, Leo Blade third, CJ fourth. Are we about to see round 4 or 5 between these two Red Bulls? Behind them, ghosting in their shadow is Zalon in 5th, 6th is Tau, 7th is It's Me, the Saubers dropping back, DNA Joe's at a nightmare in 8th place on the mediums now, George running alone in 9th.
Oh, the Red Bulls! Wow! CJ late braking move into the bus stop, what a move!
Oh, he's done it! Another side-by-side, Jamie, look at this!
This side-by-side down to turn 1. I think CJ's going to hold the line,
but... is CJ going to fend him off? That was a late move on the brakes. Can he fend him off? It looks like he can.
Yes, he can.
Wonderful stuff from CJ. And Leo Blade is going to have to respond, and this is not helping their chances of victory. Ferrari are rubbing their hands in
Ferraris. The 2 Ferraris are about to go in and battle up the hill too.
Teammates battling left, right, and centre here. Michelangelo attacking 4-6 and Red Bull side by side as he goes through the kink onto the straight. The Ferraris taking positions in front of that.
Easy as that.
Angelo sweeps past his teammate. What about the Red Bulls?
The Red Bulls, side by side
on the brakes. Look at that. How close is that? They almost bang wheels and CJ holds on. What a battle that is.
Wow.
This is absolutely wonderful stuff. Jamie, we might have 9 runners, but this is breathless.
This is insane. What a race this has been.
That's all we've got left. A race of attrition, but we've had some incredible fighting despite that. And if Michelangelo now leads, the championship leader is out front on his own. Will 4-6 now go into the pits and fit a set of super softs, or will he try and hang it out and beat the Red Bulls?
This I don't know if the Red Bulls. I think the Red Bulls' heads are gone. They're going to continue. They're going to continue battling each other. That's going to allow Zalon and the Toro Rosso to catch him at a rate too, wherever he is. Let's see. How far back is he? He's about. I would say he's about a second and a half back. So he's about a second and a half back.
He's going to get there in no time if these two continue at each other's throats. And here we go again, Jamie.
Here we go again.
CJ under threat again from Leo Blade. Well, he dive up the inside into the bus stop this time. He thinks about it, but he thinks better of it. I have to say, CJ looks a lot more confident on the brakes than that Red Bull. He really does, Jamie, doesn't he?
He really does, and he has the straight line speed. Oh, but hold on. Is Lovely going to try and make a move?
Oh, he's coming to the outside. Here we go. Around the outside, surely
around the outside of turn 1. No.
And no, he pushes him wide.
Oh,
the wow. Leo Blade, he's still getting traction. CJ has to give him a little bit more space. Surely not, Eau Rouge. Close your eyes, folks. It looks like they're going to get away with it. And somehow CJ clings on. What a duel between the Bulls.
Wow.
Up the hill they go, and it's not finished yet. It's like a heavyweight boxing match. It's Klitschko Joshua. It's CJ Leo Blade. Is Leo Blade going to go round the outside again? He's going to try it. Is CJ going to give him the space? Oh, it's Rosberg Hamilton. It's Rosberg Hamilton.
He chops across his teammate. That's going to allow Zalon right into the battle.
Unlike Rosberg Hamilton, no damage done. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable
It was exactly like that. It was an exact replica of Rosberg Hamilton. Typically, CJ, the Hamilton fan, does the chop. No, is that how it was? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. He chopped across.
Yeah.
He's not having any of it from his teammate.
And Zalon must be just sitting there. It's as if the Red Bulls are dangling a carrot in front of Zalon. Come on then, if you think you're quick enough. And the Hungarian just cannot get there. He's going to have to hurry up.
He's going to have to hurry up to get in this one. I think CJ may have broken... Let's see. What is the gap? Okay, no, there's still about...
He might have broken that DRS, Jamie.
He might have actually broken that DRS. Yeah.
I think he has.
I think he has broken DRS.
That's the chance now, and that's not good news for the Ferraris. Obviously, Zalon's away and gone. But see, the 34-6 has been on there since the first lap of the race, and he's still clinging on to his teammate. This is an inspired drive if he can continue this to the finish, and that sends a big message to a lot of the ILR1 drivers. Think about that.
They're going to have to step it up today.
There's a safety car in the first lap. The whole field will be in the pits for the mediums.
I can confirm Lyle Blade has DRS.
He does.
He came right back. I think CJ made a mistake. He's coming right back.
Oh, for goodness sake. These two just don't want to stop fighting with one another.
Oh, and Zal, I think Zal's going to have DRS. He might have DRS as well.
And here we go then. Here we go. It's a long way back, but the way these two have been going, 100 metres back doesn't mean that it's done. There's no overtake coming. You never know what's coming with these two. CJ moves to the right.
CJ breaking the toe.
Yeah, but I think he's okay this time. No need to worry. But to be fair to him, you never know when to worry with these two. They're diving up the inside from 100 metres back. It's crazy. They're supposed to be teammates. And I tell you what, Jamie, they are now slowly, despite them fighting like crazy and knocking each other
they're
out,
catching
they're still catching that Ferrari.
That Ferrari is going to the end. He's going to the end. He's definitely going to the end of those mediums then.
I applaud him for trying it. That deserves great determination, great courage to do it. I thought he might do it, Jamie. When I looked at his lap times earlier on, I thought, he's sticking in those 150s, no problem. He's going to have to try it.
He's going to have to try it. He may as well.
His lap times now, are they dropping away? No, they're not dropping away, Jamie. They're getting quicker. What is going on?
Ferrari put in a masterclass. Oh, look at Zalin.
50.2, 50.2. This is the most stable drive I've seen. And as I said earlier in the race, 4-6 is the man that's getting these tires to work the best. Okay, his teammates out in front of him, but think about 4-6.
But think about
what he had
all
to
the
do
laps
since
he's
the
had
first
to do.
lap. This is crazy. And look at that. Leo Blade's under threat from Zalin now. Red Bull are going to be punching the pit lane wall.
They blew a 1-2. They blew a 1-2 badly.
They shot themselves in the foot. And they might have blown a double podium as well if Zalin comes along quick enough. This is mental. But it looks like it's settling down now for Michelangelo. He looks to me like he's going to go and extend his championship like the great driver is pulling clear here and is on course for another wonderful win. His teammate, the Scotsman 4-6 in the Ferrari, is clinging on in second, but those tyres are dying, aren't they, Jamie? The lap times say they're not, but the gap says it is.
They're all going to meet at the very end. How close is CJ? Is actually very close to him. All three of them have DRS. Let's see. Does CJ have DRS on? No, not yet. He will next lap though.
But look how quickly that Leo Blade and Zalin's closed in again on CJ. A very brief bit of respite for CJ, and they're back on him in a flash. This is 9 runners, by the way, folks. 9 runners, and this is absolutely.
And this is absolutely mental.
It's absolutely incredible. The two Saubers who were right in it at the start are now 7th and 8th and absolutely miles behind, by the way. I like to get a quick rundown of the rest of the field, so that's what I'm going to do. It is, as we know, Michelangelo leading a current Ferrari 1-2, a very vulnerable Ferrari 1-2 at that. 4-6 in second on old tyres since the opening lap of the Grand Prix. Then it's the CJ, who's now even more vulnerable, third position. Look, Leo Blade and Zalin all over him. That's third, fourth and fifth. That is the battle we want to watch. Tau is alone in sixth. It's me's alone in seventh, and Danny Joe is alone in eighth as George comes in with a puncture in ninth. Miserable afternoon.
Look at this battle for third, though. The final podium position.
Battle for third, and CJ and Leo Blade have been fighting that hard. They've now allowed Zalin to get involved, and here comes Zalin. Look at this. He's picking up the toe, the Hungarian driver, tucked right up behind Leo Blade, and he got in the curb there, nearly sent into a spin, but he holds on at the moment, and it's all closing up between the four of them. Look at this, Jamie. We're going to the finish, and we're not going to.
I think he might have DRS.
Piece. I tell you what, thank God it's not ITV and there was TV breaks, because we wouldn't be able to have them. We just wouldn't be able to have them.
We wouldn't be able to
miss
have
everything.
Can this race be like a couple laps longer?
4-6 is struggling to keep their head now. He's keeping his head above the water. He's keeping his chin above the bar, just holding on, clinging on to that second place. But, well,
look at the two Red Bulls.
Again, in a crucial moment. Here comes CJ. Here comes Leo Blade and his teammate. Side by side again. Oh, this is helping the Ferrari in front. Are they going to go side by side again?
They chopped across his teammate. Wow.
Whoa. They just about get through, and Leo Blade
he told them, don't try it. Don't try it. Wow. He's not having any from CJ.
He's going to come back, though. Surely not into the badge. Surely not into the badge. Oh,
there's contact.
Onto the grass. Zalin's there. Is he going to
Zalin around the outside.
Onto the curb. Colin McRae rally style across
side by side through no name.
Side by side now. Still the duel.
Surely not side by side here.
Zalin has mucked him off. Unbelievable!
Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff.
This is absolutely breathless stuff. Red Bull will be kicking themselves.
They're going to be fuming. Red Bull are going to be fuming. Oh.
And now Zalin shoots past, and Leo Blade, at least, at the very, very least, is going to maybe recover a second here from Forsticks, whose tyres are about to hit the cliff, you would feel. It's been a manageable drive from him. He's still doing 1 minute 50s. 150.0, 150.2.
But I don't think they'll be doing that much longer. Look at Lyle Blade. I gotta say, I have to give it to the Ferrari. Unbelievable tire management from the Ferrari. They studied that medium tire and they put it to good use. Oh, look at this though. The Red Bull's looking very feisty. Look at this, all over the back of the Ferrari. Surely he's gonna have him on the main straight.
Forsticks needs to think about damage limitation here, Jamie. He can't get involved in too big a battle or he'll lose his podium. He'll lose his podium because they're going to swarm him like a bunch of bees. Look at this. A whole hive of bees attacking, although they're not yellow, they're not quite the Renault car. Stephen's out the race for that one, but hey ho, up the hill they go. Forsticks on the real threat, the back end sliding. Surely those tyres are finished. Leo Blade opens up the DRS, and surely this is it. Ferrari power taking on Renault power. Surely Red Bull's going to go through this time. Up the inside, into second place goes Leo Blade.
Easy as that.
The Ferrari resistance has been broken, and up into second place goes the Red Bull of Leo Blade. Forget Michelangelo, he's away and gone. He's long up the road, mate. Forget it. Second's the best it's going to be. What about Forsticks? Is he actually going to get to taste champagne after this momentous drive? He deserves it. I don't think he's going to get to taste it though, and that's the harsh reality of Formula One.
I think Zalin's going to take that last podium position. Look at him weaving all over the back of the Ferrari. Get him on, let's go. Come on. Look at that Ferrari.
I think Toro Rosso are ready to snatch it away from their Italian counterparts here. Look at this. He's homing in. I tell you what, Jamie, I want to get some of these guys in the party for a podium interview after this because it's been incredible.
It's been incredible. Oh, CJ down the inside of Zalin.
The inside of the Stabilo. Look at that, CJ. Oh, that
what a move! What a move!
Oh, sorry, I'm applauding. That was wonderful.
He caught him napping.
CJ, what's a move? Zalin didn't know it was coming. And look at this. He's on a mission. He's going to take the Ferrari round the outside.
No way.
That's for stopping stuff. The bang wheels off the track was Forsticks.
What a move.
And then Zalin's going to be on him. And Zalin goes up the inside, does he?
This is incredible. Around the outside of the bus stop chicane. He's done it.
Oh, he spun it. It's all gone pear-shaped for the Ferrari.
He's been mugged up. Unbelievable.
You know
unbelievable.
What? I've never felt for a driver in a race more than today. He's put his life, his heart, his soul into those medium tyres, and he's going to get 10 points. He's not even going to get to taste the champagne. I might actually go to the shop and buy him some champagne. It's not over. He deserves it.
CJ has to hold his position from Zala, and then I'll say something. Hold on. Is Zala? No, CJ's bolted. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, Red Bull's recovered.
I know. It's 2 minutes ago we were saying they'll be shooting themselves in the foot, they'll be kicking in everything in the garage, but now they're going to get a double podium. Could have been more though, Jamie. Could have been more.
It could have been more. It could have been a Red Bull 1-2, but I'll give it to them. Oh, Zalin's looking actually very aggressive here. You know what? Could we see a last move on CJ?
I'll tell you what, he'll be absolutely furious with the move CJ put him on moments ago. It was hard but fair, so expect Zalin to come steaming up the inside into the bus stop and say, I'm the number 10 bus and I'm coming whether you like it or not. That's what it's going to be. He'll be using CJ as a bus stop. He'll be using him as the bus. He'll be stopping right there.
Oh, whoa,
and he's going to have to do it because he'll be furious that CJ managed to make that move stick. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. It was aggressive racing. But hey ho, when there's champagne at stake, when there's a trophy at stake, it has to be done like that. We've seen that from Daniel Ricciardo today at the start on Raikkonen, and it's happening again here. Look at this. Zalin is going to have a chance here, but we need to go and watch the leader, Michelangelo. It's been a wonderful drive from Michelangelo, and look, CJ has done the real flip from Zalin, but we need to watch Angelo coming round the final corners now. Into the bus stop comes the Ferrari. The Tifosi are out, ready and waiting. The Ferrari flags, the Italian flags on the pit wall. They're greeted with the checkered flag as well. Michelangelo wins the Belgian Grand Prix. What a drive. Jamie, what's happening now?
Oh, whoa! CJ makes a late defensive move on Zalin. Zalin almost loses the car. A bit cheeky to hang him out to dry. But, the Toro Rosso of George has been lapped. Wow. Wow.
Well, it's gone down the tubes for him. And finally, Jamie, we can take a breath after that. What a race!
What a race! What a drive!
Michelangelo wins the Belgian Grand Prix by keeping his nose clean making judged moves when he needed to make them, didn't get involved in too big a fight, just waited for his moment, and he wins with a beautiful, well-controlled drive. Leo Blade, second place for the Red Bull. What a result that is. He will be a bit disappointed. Good with double podium for Red Bull, but it could have been more.
It could have been more, Jamie. I think if anyone's really kicking themselves, it's got to be Sauber. Sauber is the one that should be really kicking themselves.
Yeah, that result. And I might go into the duty free at the airport tonight and buy Peter Sauber a pack of cigars to relieve his stress. But there you go. Angelo wins from Leo Blade and Frisky CG. Zalin is fourth. You'll be disappointed. There was more on the table for him. 4-6. Heartbroken. I'm going to go and buy him some champagne. He deserves it. Tower in 6th. It's me 7th. DNA Joe 8th. George 9th. And the commentator picks up a point. Get in there. What a race.
Well, the commentators got some. I almost scored a point.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, you got one
by the way,
yourself.
Jack Gooden, in case you're watching, I want that on the championship standings. I want that point.
You want that point?
Yeah. Just fire it into the IRL 1 standings. Just fire a wee point in there.
Well, ILR 1's about to kick off soon, so guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and what a race. What a race. We should. Oh, hold on. I think we're still live. You can try and invite them. Let's see.
Get them in here.
Alright. Hold on. This is Michelangelo. Who? And Liablade, right? Yeah, Michelangelo and Liablade. Let me see if I can get him in here. Yeah. That was insane. That was insane. Mate, how is ILR 1 going to top that?
I don't know, Jamie. I don't know. Because that was, well, you know what? Maybe a wee bit of rain. Maybe that would top it. Because that was unbelievable. We had teammates clashing with one another. It was 2 Toro Rossos. We had the 2 Red Bulls fighting. It was like the Hamilton chop. The only thing that we didn't see was the 2 Ferraris coming together. And even that was almost possible at one point. But anyway, we've got Michelangelo in here, the race winner. Let's try and get the 2 Red Bull drivers in here. That was enthralling stuff. What a race. I tell you what, we need to get Davide Valsecchi in here for these interviews, Jamie, don't we? Oh, that was unreal.
Does Michelangelo have a mic?
I don't know if he does.
Hey!
You there, Michelangelo? Well done, congratulations on the victory. You extend your championship lead. What about that? What a thrilling race. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was honestly a very hectic race, very hectic start. We had a safety car in the start, and then it was just... we got lucky to jump Frisky in the pits during the pit lane, and then Leo extended his stint, allowing us to undercut, and then, yeah, teammate let me through, due to him, and then we just, just pulled away and took the checkered flag.
So you must be delighted then. You must have thought at times at the start of the race when you seen your qualifying position, I think in the final sector of your qualifying lap, you lost a bit of time. You were a bit angry to be 6th in the grid. Do you think?
Yeah, it was a wheel with my issue. There was an issue with my wheel, sorry. So I couldn't actually do a good lap. But I'm happy with 6th place. I knew some guys wouldn't do the one stop, so just focus on the race.
Yes, well, you focused on the race and you've delivered. What a fantastic result. Well done, Michelangelo. Jamie, is there any questions coming in? I can't get the stream to load up. Is there anybody asking anything?
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let me see. Any questions for the race winner? Let me see. Not much, but the people are saying you sound like a real F1 driver.
Well, that's what we want to hear.
He does as well.
He drives like one, he does.
And I gotta give it to Mike. I gotta give it to Michelangelo. What a drive! Absolutely flawless. Was quick to jump the cars after the safety car, and man, you did a really brilliant job. That was incredible. That was really fun to watch.
Thank you.
And CJ.
Sorry, carry on, Jamie. Carry on,
Yes,
Jamie.
sir.
CJ, my man, what a drive! How'd that race pan out for you? How'd that work out?
Overall disappointed. That should have been an easy win. Fucking pit stops. That's all I'm gonna say. That was gonna be an easiest win. Yeah. All I seen the Red Bull mechanics hold me up for like 5 seconds. That's race over. Absolute tears. That's the one chance I can win the race. I was facing. I fucking bowled it.
Well, CJ,
Yeah,
it was absolutely breathless stuff.
CJ, our question was why were you two battling, you and Loudblade? We were thinking you guys wanted to pull away from Michelangelo, but you guys did go in a battle. Then all of a sudden Michelangelo got you guys both, and he was gone. What happened there?
I don't know, because I originally off the safety car when I passed the Toro Rosso, I originally thought like he had the pace for me, he would pull away, so then I would just like stick behind second place, do my thing. But then I was catching, and I overtook him, and then I couldn't really build a big enough of a gap to like for him not to get slipstream. So
Yeah.
then from there on in, it was just ding dong battles, and then by the time I pitted, he didn't pit, but Michael did, and he was just in that right time to like hold me up in the pit stops, and then I would have to wait for the Auto Rosso, and I was like about 2 seconds behind, and then yeah, that was pretty much race was gone then.
Man, I gotta ask you one question, mate. How did you feel putting that absolute insane move on Zalan in like was it the final lap or the second to final lap at Stabilo when he went down the inside? That was incredible, mate.
what before the bus stop?
Yeah, before bus stop. That was incredible.
Yeah. Because I got pissed off here, so I saw the gap in it, yeah. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm putting the car on the inside, yeah. And then he said like, oh, like I run him out twice. The gap was there. I was full lock. I mean, there's hardly much I could do. But that was a 10 out of 10 move. Move of the season. Vote down below. Yes, sir. Let's get that going.
Mate,
yeah.
I tell you what, CJ. See that moment in the commentary. There was no commentary. It was speechless, and then
it was speechless. It was clapping. It was just clapping.
Absolutely wonderful.
I can't hear Andy or anything, so I don't know what he's saying.
Oh, but he was saying that, mate. The move you put on, everyone was just clapping. Like the move you put on, everyone was clapping. That was mental.
That was on the whole time. Yeah.
And something else I have to say as well to CJ. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can, Jamie,
oh,
you
really?
can maybe pass the question on.
Yep.
What happened up at Lecom? We almost had a Hamilton-Rosberg moment between the two Red Bulls.
Oh yeah. CJ, what happened?
On.
What happened at Lecom between you and your teammate? It was almost like Hamilton and Rosberg 2014.
Oh yeah. I nearly like. To be honest, he just closed the door. Like there was a gap there, and then I just tapped his rear right.
Yeah.
I kind of just like lost my hand, and I couldn't really get back. But yeah, I mean, I still could have at least got P2, but
yeah. And I personally, I do have one more question about you. Is how do you feel about Zalan's comments on your defensive tactics? He said you did push him out wide a couple times. What is your thought on that?
What's my thoughts on that?
Yeah.
So I can't hear him over the P3, but yes. Nah, but I mean, like we're here to race. Like, I'm not gonna make it easy for you. Like, I don't care. Like, I want that at least P3, considering that I should have got the race in and I didn't. I was gonna give it everything I could within the rulebook to try and get the P3, but you know, tough love, innit?
Yep. And obviously, I think he'll be taking you to the stewards. So I guess we'll see how that one works out for you.
I'll take his chin to the stewards. Don't worry about that.
There's a wee bit of beef there.
Yes, a wee bit of beef.
Yes, sir. Double upshifted nonsense. I had enough.
Well, guys, thank you, Mike, and thank you, CJ. That has been brilliant, and hopefully we'll get to see you guys put in another madness at Canada next week.
We're soon getting on now. We're soon getting on now towards title territory for Michelangelo. Quick question to Michelangelo: is it wrapped up? Is the title wrapped up?
I don't exactly know how many points I have, but
137.
I do have a comfortable lead. Except unless CJ puts a masterclass in Canada, I don't think anyone can actually win that many races. But we'll see. Anything can happen. Obviously, I can retire, but we'll see in Canada.
Okay, and on that note, folks, unfortunately we do not have Leo Blade with us, but we will see you all in Canada. Well done to the podium drivers, and well done to everyone for putting on a fantastic show, and hopefully we get more of the same.
Peace out, guys.